Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Saturday Mourning Reads. I am your host, Kaiju X, and joining with me today will be Alex and Joe for Scooby-Doo, a Scooby-Doo and King Kong crossover written by Danger Pro. Summary. A group of explorers and documentary filmmakers travel to the mysterious Skull Island to investigate legends of a giant hound called Scooby-Doo. There, they soon discover that Scooby-Doo is a real creature.
So they merged.
I guess so. Okay, this one has me a little intrigued because it's like, why is this the way it is? So
I'm hoping for something stupid that makes us laugh.
I am too. Author's note. Yay! Finally started this crossover of King Kong and Scooby-Doo.
Yay, Y-E-Y.
Yeah, yay. Yeah, that's how I tried to put it. It's like, yay.
Yee.
Daphne grew up acting. She loved it. Seeing everyone's eyes upon her, receiving the attention she envied. Dreaming someday she may become a star and finally leave the poor streets of New York. But the ridiculous dream soon faded. After the downfall of the theater, the Blake family became bankrupt. George Blake left Daphne when she was 10, told her that he was leaving for a while. Sadly, Daphne never seen her father again.
He's going for one of them old good cigarettes.
Yes!
And totally not leaving her.
Yeah. As long as she is happy, her grim life never bothered her. Warm memories keep her happy.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
You're alive, man. I hear you.
Yep, you're alive.
Yay.
Warm memories keep her happy, remembering the glorious theater her father owned. Or, farther owned. I apologize. How new and innocent New York was. Because New York is totally an innocent place, even back in the whatever. As long as she performed, she would imagine that the theater was still glorious. Daphne seen a small crowd of people and quickly noticed workmen are up on the ladders, putting a large sign up saying, "Theater closed till further notice."
Hey, what's going on?
She pushes her way through the miserable crowd, finally reaching the entrance, rattling the heavy steel chains that are locked around the doors to Blake Theater.
You have no right to do this. This is my father's theater.
She shouts angrily.
We work here.
A workman up a ladder smirks down at her. "Not anymore, lady."
Hey!
The Blake performers cluster on the sidewalk. Props and costumes litter the street.
It's alright for you.
And red-faced woman called at the workmen.
We haven't had a paycheck for 2 weeks. How are we going to eat?
Great Depression.
Daphne realized it was Maud? Maud?
I don't know. I don't know my Scooby universe that well.
I don't know. Maud? I guess it was Maud.
Yeah, I'm a little rusty on my Scooby-Doo lore too.
Yeah.
I'll have to check the extended universe.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It's B. Arthur.
Okay, B. Arthur. I'll run with that. Daphne realized it was B. Arthur, a motherly-looking woman in her early 40s.
They're not going to get away with this.
Daphne muttered, gathering her props. B. Arthur looks bleakly at her.
They just did, hun.
Miss Blake, it's no use.
Jenkins stood quietly to one side, shaking his head sadly.
The show is over. It's done. I'm done. I'm leaving Miss Blake back to Chicago. I'm here throughout her Oh, fuck, I read the wrong sentence. Shit. I'm sorry.
Daphne stares at Jenkins in shock, with the capital S, not believing what the performer is talking about. The only person who looked after her father's disappearance and stayed with her throughout her childhood.
But you wouldn't leave me. Why? I thought.
She splutters, her hands shaking, her words falling apart around her.
World.
Oh, her world falling apart around her? This is what happens when I don't have my glasses. Anyway.
Gosh darn it.
I'm sorry, miss. Ever since you were small, people have been letting you down. But you got to think of yourself now. You should try out for that part.
Daphne stares at him warily, trying to digest his words.
It's what you've always wanted. I know what you're thinking. Every time you reach out for something you care about, fate comes along and snatches it away. Yow!
Jenkins holds Daphne's hand, looking at her proudly.
But not this time, Daphne. Not this time.
I also may have forgotten to mention that was Chapter 1. So we will be moving along now to the glorious Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Velma Dinkley sat nervously in the smoky screen room. I'm pretty sure Smokey has an E in that.
Don't question the author's genius.
I will question everything anyway.
Do you want to get nuked again? This is how we get nuked.
Her eyes flick from one investor to the other, trying to read the room.
How much is there?
Zellman asked dully.
Not the body, sir.
Miss Dinkley said timidly. Zellman groans.
That's enough. Lights up.
Lights flood the room as the washed-out image on screen is extinguished. Dinkley notices a sleazy-looking investor wake up with a start.
This is what we get for our 40 grand, Dinkley. Another one of your safari pictures.
A thuggish-looking investor demanded.
Where's the boobies?
The sleazy investor moaned. The others agreed. Velma blinks, momentarily speechless, close to punching him.
I find this story fictional because nobody wants to see Velma's boobs.
Jinkies, excuse me?
She felt her hands turn into fists, biting her tongue, making sure not to let any insults slip.
Jigglies,
Jibongers, ballooners. In my experience, only the people who deserve those.
Undraped form of the native girls. Oh, fuck, I have no idea the story. There's like there's two voices coming out of my voice. Fuck.
I think he suffers from split personality disorder anyway. He winks at Velma. She turns red as her jaw drops.
What are you, an idiot? You think they asked Molly to waste his time on the nudie shots? I have no idea who's talking now. No, they respected the filmmaker. They showed glass down. You know what that means, you cheap little liar.
Oh, that's who's talking.
Yeah. Velma snaps angrily, fire flaring out of her eyes. The investors shoot her angry looks.
Would you step outside for a moment, Velma?
Zellman sighs. Velma looks at them. The investors avoid eye contact. So that's the direction the story's taken. I see it now. Anyway. Velma steps into the lobby. Shaggy, her loyal assistant, waits on the sofa. She suddenly points to a glass of water on the table next to Shaggy.
Give me that, quick.
Shaggy hands her the drink.
Like, zoinks, it's non-alcoholic, man.
She empties the glass into a pot plant.
Shaggy, you have a lot to learn about the motion picture business and fucking.
Velma quietly places the glass against the screening door and presses her ear against it, listening to the investor's conversation.
I know she's good, but this is a man's type of work. She is certainly not capable.
Are you kidding? This is rubbish. She's gonna bankrupt us.
Then bloody hell, sell it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Go ahead.
Multiple personality gun.
Yeah.
Scrap the picture. We gotta retrieve something from this debacle, man.
Velma presses her ear harder against the glass. The door's open. Velma drops the glass. The investors stare at her furiously. She chuckles nervously.
Run for it.
Shaggy and Velma hurry down the crowded sidewalk. with investors not far behind.
Like, zoinks though, jeez.
Shaggy complains, struggling under the 8 film cams. Velma keeps glancing back over her shoulder.
Taxi!
Velma whistles, the investors heading towards them.
Get in!
Shaggy suddenly finds himself bundled to a back of the cab, sprawled on the seat, lost in the pile of film cams.
Step on it!
The cab speeds away.
Wow, such detail, such conflict, such dramatic.
Yes, so much drama.
Well, that went well.
Velma says sarcastically, cleaning her dress as her brain whirled.
We have no choice but to delay the shoot, but I still want the cast and crew on the ship within the hour. And tell everybody she doesn't... Oh, fuck, I have no idea who's talking now. Shit!
Shaggy sighs deeply. Velma looks at him suspiciously.
What?
Like, zoinks, she doesn't want to be in this picture, man. Leave her alone. I just want to go over and eat a meatloaf sandwich.
Shaggy looks down at the films, unable to face Velma.
And pulled out, man. And she's doing another picture called King Kong.
Shaggy waits for Velma to erupt. Surprisingly, Velma remains calm.
King Kong? Oh, fuck.
Velma looks away.
King Kong, huh? Sounds like something that's going to be remade 50 times.
Velma stares darkly in the window.
And only one of those is going to be decent. I might have known.
Okay, so yeah, that's the direction it's taken so far, but let's see where this goes.
This sucks.
Yes, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, but let's finish it to the end first. Chapter 3. The yellow cab cruised along the crowded streets of New York.
I'll find another to replace her. Wait, is Velma an actress or a director?
I
or
think
she
she's
both?
the director.
Oh, this makes no goddamn sense.
I mean, she could be both, but I'm pretty confident she's more the director in this one.
I'm more lost than a person trying to wander their way in New York in 1930.
Yeah.
God, that analogy sucked.
Yeah. Velma mutters to herself, resting her forehead against the window.
Like, where are you going to find such a person, man? Can't we just go to the deli and have a sandwich?
Shaggy raises an eyebrow.
Like, it's impossible just to find an actress in one night. Can't we just get Scoob to dress up in a wig?
That would be a much better movie. And a much better story at that.
Well, you can have Velma star in it too, and have her cross dress as a guy, and call it Velma and Velma.
Well, can't we have Velma dress up as King Kong and Scooby be the girl?
Yeah. He puts a handful of small bone-shaped biscuits in his mouth, gulping loudly. Wow, I didn't realize those existed in the 1930s.
Whoa.
Mark my words, I will find an actress tonight.
She shoots Shaggy and disgusting look.
Are you eating dog biscuits?
Shaggy chews before he answered.
Yeah, it calms me down. It doesn't make me say, like, zoinks, you want some?
No thanks.
She twitches, resuming staring out the taxi window.
Anyway, you can't shoot this film. You still owe people money for the last movie you made, and I don't want my legs broken.
Shaggy pointed out, having another mouthful of dog food. The cab screeches to a sudden halt in mid-traffic. Velma jumps out, leaving Shaggy in protest.
And, like, man, I don't want to be sold for sex again.
Raggy, we got a real riches.
Defeat is always momentary.
Velma says calmly as Anne perplexed Shaggy. She bangs the top of the cab roof with her hand and strides off confidently along the street. A series of damaged photos of semi-naked woman covered the walls. That's a lot of pictures for that one woman. Either that, those are very big pictures. I can't tell. Covered the walls of the tacky Burlesque's theater. Screw it. I'm running with that. She hates places like this, full of girls who starve themselves, have no dignity, and give men the pleasure of gazing at them, and basically sell their bodies for the entertainment of perverts. She began to wish that she forced Shaggy to do this sort of stuff. Then again, Shaggy might have.
Like, I don't know that you sold me into sex. I don't want to do it.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was not expecting that to be correct.
Raggy, you gotta rue what you gotta rue. You gotta do what you gotta Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Like, I already learned my lesson. Women are great. They're great. They're equal. I won't be sexist anymore. Just don't sell me again.
Bravo, Raggy.
She smacks herself, trying to keep the dirty images out of her mind. Velma reaches the door handle, keeping her eyes on the floor, not wanting to give the impression that she wants a job in this place. She cringes, reaching for the door handle to go inside. Daphne stood in the middle of the sidewalk, grimly staring at the Burlesque hoardings. She clutches a flyer in her hands as a small knot of anger formed in her stomach. Velma sees Daphne's reflection in the glass door. Her hazel eyes lock on Daphne. Open fire. Daphne furiously scrunches the flyer and drops it in the gutter, then eats it. She spins her heel, abandoning her last resort. Velma watched the troubled red head walk away from the theater. Velma stares at her. She is just as perfect. She just seen the perfect actress, and she just let her slip away.
Well, there's the door right there.
And just like that, Velma grew a dick.
Yes, on that day.
Anyway, Joe, I hear Daphne's gonna have a voice change, so you could be Daphne.
Yeah. Yeah. Daphne left to get a sex change, so now Daphne's gonna be sounding a little different. Not too bad.
Okay.
That's something that was required for the movie.
Of course. Chapter 4.
So this is gonna be Velma.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through, move it.
Velma pushed her way through the sea of pedestrians, searching for the woman she's seen before.
Wait, Velma's the one who has the blonde hair, wears the gay ascot, and is voiced by Frank Welker, right?
No, Velma's the dog.
Oh, okay. Damn.
The small dog.
Oh, okay.
Velma grumbles.
I wish I wasn't so short.
She balanced her toes desperately, trying to see over the heads of the people. But it was no use. She was gone, lost in the crowd of people. Velma sighs deeply, rubbing her head in deep thought.
She couldn't have gotten far. I'll just have to keep my eyes open.
The eyes that only exist on the glasses, anyway. And loud voice ring through her ears.
Are you following me?
Daphne placed her arms on her large hips. Velma jumped.
I just turned lesbian now.
Well?
Daphne demanded for an answer. That was an answer. Velma smiled warily.
I have a proposition for you, and it's called selling Shaggy for sex. You want him?
Like, don't do it again, even though she's hot. I just can't take it anymore.
Raggy, you gotta rue it.
Daphne,
Rue it, Raggy, before we kill more bitches.
I don't want anyone to die. I don't want to do it either, but I guess I'll have to.
Raggy, you gotta Ruby rue it.
I miss our Go Sunny Day, Scoop.
Daphne ate from a full plate of food, trying to disguise her hunger. She glanced at Velma suspiciously before she took a bite out of her toast. Velma warmed her hands around her cup of coffee.
Harambe Theater, huh? I remember when that place was new. It was so back then. Oh my god, you referenced Harambe, you stupid fucking asshole. Instead of random faggot.
Yeah.
Daphne said, faintly, eyes distant.
Daddy, I'm gonna be famous when I'm older.
Yes, you will, darling. But first, take off them clothes. My friends are here.
Oh, lordy.
You know that's probably what happened.
Probably.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because we all know the film
it's
business is
theater.
corrupt as hell.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Wait. Is her dad
Yes, he was a sex pervert.
that works.
I'm doing a film about a mysterious girl. She's beautiful, she's fragile, haunted.
So the Evanescence song.
What's about ghost?
Daphne's
Ghost.
Daphne's clear blue eyes. Wait, what? Oh no, Velma's was Hazel. That's right. Clear blue eyes flicker back to reality, caught by the tale Velma was weaving.
She can't escape the feeling that forces beyond her control are compelling her down a road from which she cannot draw back. It's as her whole life has been a prelude to this moment, this fateful meeting that changes everything. And sure enough, against her better judgment,
Velma's cut off.
She falls in love.
Daphne finishes Velma's sentence. Oh yeah, Velma's eyes lit up.
fuck you now.
But she doesn't trust it. She's not even sure if she believes in love.
Daphne states bleakly.
Oh, really? Will you stop saying love? I said nothing about love.
Velma asks, Velma asks blankly.
If she loves someone, it's doomed.
Daphne clenches her fist.
Fucking A. Stop saying love. Are you brain damaged?
Love.
Fuck you. Shaggy, you're gonna be the woman.
Like, don't make me be the woman. Please, no.
Velma watched her carefully, interested with Daphne and her mysterious past. Daphne looks up, lost in a lost daze in her azure eyes.
Good things never last, Miss Dongley.
There was an awkward silence. Daphne looked away, realizing that she revealed too much.
So, are you interested?
Velma asked excitedly, seeing how alike Daphne and the character is. Daphne suddenly stands.
Fuck no, Velma. Good luck with your shitty picture. I hope it wins all the Razzies.
Alright, Shaggy, you're up.
Raggy, wear the dress.
Please, no, Scoob, I can't do it.
Raggy, you gotta rue it.
No.
Raggy.
I'm offering you money, adventure, fame, thrill of a lifetime, and live sea voyage. You want to read the script? Fred Jones is turning in a draft as we speak.
Daphne,
halts and turns to Velma. Fred Jones, he's gonna do things to me. He utters. Velma blinks.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Velma grins, relaxing again. Knowing him? Shaggy mutters. Of course he knows him. He was the cruel man who broke his fragile heart when he was just 16 years old. He was a partner. He was his idol. He looked up to him and always stood beside him. He wrote scripts and duos for him and Shaggy. Comical, sometimes romantic. Until he became well known and left to do bigger and better things. Shaggy was, once again, alone. Shaggy always denied his feelings towards him, but always kept his props in case he decided to come back. How stupid was he was to believe in him. Good riddance. Velma sighed angrily. Okay, I get it. You don't want to go. She hung her head low and miserably buttoned her coat. Jackie felt his heart drop. Now he'll never get to have his chance to see Fred. No, I'll wear the dress, man, just so I can see him. Shaggy says hoarsely, hoping that he made the right decision. Velma gleamed at him. Really? That's great. We're leaving tonight. See ya, you bitch-ass Daphne.
Okay, that was
Raggy.
great. That was great.
Raggy, you rattle rock red. Rock red.
Okay, I'll do it, Scoob.
And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is where our story ends. It was first published on July 18th of 2008 and was last updated on August 6th of 2008. So obviously, this story has no conclusion. Let's just hope that the author's gone to do better things from here.
Yes.
But yes, this one was. By the time
It was kind of boring.
This
it was
was
definitely kind of
boring.
boring. It was boring with no payoff because we never got to see King Scooby. Knowing full well this is just simply the King Kong retold, just substituting characters for. Substituting the characters for the characters of King Kong. It's basically putting the Scooby-Doo characters in the role of King Kong. In a way. I think more specifically the 2005 film, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, unfortunately, for the way things were going, this was not... The only sense that this was ever a crossover is that they're both... That both the movie King Kong and this Scooby-Doo movie were being made in relatively the same time-ish. That's really the best you can get out of it. Maybe. I mean, unless it pulled something out of the blue and say that both Velma's crew and Carl Denham's crew bumped heads, and then, King Kong and Scooby-Doo fought or something. It's okay, that would be cool,
Yes.
but I don't think
That would be awesome.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the story it was going to tell. Unfortunately. So it's yeah. Honestly, I think the idea of a King Kong Scooby-Doo crossover has some interesting potential, but the way this story goes about it is not the way to do it.
I hope they make it into an animated movie.
Yeah, that'd be
Yes.
great.
Scooby Skull Island.
Yeah! No, do Skull Island.
But yeah, there's nothing really much to say about the story. It's kind of... It's not that good because the author never finishes right before it gets to the part where we all want to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Scooby-Doo is King Kong.
Right. Let's face it. The incidental subplot you guys put in about Shaggy having this telepathic link with Scooby-Doo had more build than the story did.
Or how Shaggy wanted to be with Fred again.
Yes, that was great. That was
Or-
great. I had no problem with that.
Or how Shaggy was gonna be a prostitute because he owed people money.
I don't want strangers in my booty hole.
You rather rue it, Raggy. You rather ray off those riches.
So here are the reviews.
All right.
They know what they're doing.
M. Night Wolfalona says, a crossover between King Kong and Scooby-Doo? Oh, I can't wait to read more of this. And I wonder, is it going to be entered in my contest? Because so far, you be the only one who entered in it, and you have an excellent chance of winning it.
Same person says, "Oh, this sounds and is really good. I wonder what will happen next."
Nothing will happen next. Link Loves Me says, interesting second chapter. I like what you've done with Velma and Shaggy here, where Shaggy became a prostitute.
Oh yeah, that was a good part.
Yep. How are they gonna meet? The gangbang, that is. Well, update soon. I hope you will.
Alright, Nagoda just joined us. Nagoda, click on the fanfiction called Scooby-Doo. It goes to the reviews.
Nagoda, what did you think?
He's muted.
Okay, he's muted. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll just get him afterward. Dark Fox Tales says, I still like how the story is going, and it's starting to get really good now, but I was also wanting if you got my message a while back, maybe keeping the story more Scooby-Doo, like by keeping King Kong and even Ann out of the story. Because you have Scooby-Doo as King Kong and Daphne already as Ann, and maybe even still have the 3 male dog OCs that I co-own with L.M. Simpson as the T-Rexes that get into the fight with King Kong, or in this case Scooby-Doo versus T. Dobermans. P.S. I was wondering if you got the Scooby-Doo as King Kong idea from the comic book from a year ago, Scooby-Doo issue 120/July 2007, last month. Please update again real soon, and thank you.
Well, I guess that's a good manga.
Love to write Hannah. Whoa, please update. This story's wicked.
And it never did.
Yeah.
Link Loves Me says again, great new addition. The story is really taking shape. Keep it up.
Joe247 says, okay,
What?
I realize this hasn't been dated for ages, but I really like it. XD Plays. Please write more.
Safra Brightscale says this story's getting an update soon.
Designer Simi Duta said, you must upload more. I definitely want to see more of this, smiley face. It's like a Scooby-Doo version of King Kong. Lo, I'm sure that's what you're going for. We're going for.
No! I thought it was a crossover with Godzilla.
Yeah.
No, it's a crossover with Young Gary.
Alright, I'm just gonna
Gappa.
I'm just gonna take these next couple because they're all from the same person. Vondon Wills says, I am a big fan of Scooby-Doo and King Kong, and I think that was great with Velma as Denim and Daphne as Ann, and I will keep seeing Scooby-Doo as the giant monster King Kong and Fred as Jack. That was great, and also, and I think that next chapter will have Scooby-Doo, the giant dog, and Fred. The author, Danger Pro, I think that Scooby-Doo and King Kong crossover fanfiction story that you wrote, Scooby-Doo Chapter 4, was great. And I hope that Velma and Shaggy, Daphne and Fred will get to Skull Island and meet the giant dog Scooby-Doo and have a gangbang. To author Danger Pro, I think that King Kong and Scooby-Doo crossover fanfiction story that you wrote, Scooby-Doo, was great. And I hope Daphne and Fred will get along.
Melvin Dew says, I can't stress enough how hard it is to find a good Scooby-Doo fanfic. I'm feeling like I'm always in the desert. But this is a beautiful oasis. Needs more Scooby, but otherwise I can't find for the next update.
And Melvin had a seizure from how good it was.
Vondon
Email said, to author Danger Pro, I think that Scooby-Doo and King Kong crossover fanfiction story that you wrote, Scooby-Doo Chapter 4, was great.
Is that guy retarded?
I think he said, like, granted, he said these comments in the span of a couple months, so I think it was just reiterating, but still, yeah. We heard you the first time, buddy. We heard you the first 3 friggin' times. But yeah, that was Scooby-Doo, that was Scooby-Doo, the failure of a King Kong crossover that shouldn't be King Kong. I think
and we somehow made a better story just by...
Well, to be fair, it probably is a better story than Apes, so we'll just go with that. Partially because it stole its story, but whatever.
True.
And unfortunately, there was a lot to mourn because a Scooby-Doo King Kong crossover where Scooby fights Kong has potential. In the meantime, we'll see you guys next time for the next Saturday Mourning Reads. Take care, folks.
Daddy, I'm gonna be famous when I'm older.
Yes, you will, darling. But first, take off them clothes. My friends are here.
Oh, Lordy.
You know that's probably what happened.